Have you ever prayed and thought to yourself, does God really hear this? Is he actually going to do anything about it? Something happened to me last week, an answer to a prayer that came within hours. The same day it was answered, and it's totally changed my perspective about how God does hear our prayers and he will answer them. I'm deciding whether or not to tell you about my marriage. My marriage is an area of work. It's a struggling point for me. I haven't been the best of wives. I don't think my husband's been the best of husbands. And one of the things that was revealed to me was about my part in the marriage and how blame isn't always outside yourself. And I'm 100% responsible for my marriage. My husband also is 100% responsible for his behaviour within the marriage. So that got revealed to me. And then some stuff came up about some hardness that I'd been carrying in my heart, where this had probably come from. Again, more layers coming back. The Holy Spirit really speaking to something. I then met with a dear friend and I confessed some stuff from my past that I hadn't appreciated may have been a problem. So a lot had gone on within a few days, kind of, and exposing a real look at actually some of the brokenness that I was carrying. And after I'd had this coffee with my friend and we'd prayed together, I went home and I had a little bit of quiet time. And this is where the prayer and the story really starts. So I got real with God on that Tuesday afternoon. I really poured out my heart to him. It was messy, it was uncomfortable. I told him how sad I was, how lonely I felt. I've let my husband down, my husband's let me down. And I remember I explicitly told him that I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel special, and I didn't feel seen within my marriage. And this was an area of real heartache for me. And I just poured it all out. And in that prayer, I told him those things, and also that I was going to be looking to him for the love that I feel I don't get from my husband. That actually what I'm seeking is his love. And it's really his love that will fill the places in my heart that really need to be filled. This evening, we were actually having what we call a one service. So my church has a couple of congregations and we all come together. So we all sat down together. There was probably about 100 of us in the hall. And then when one of the visitors got up to speak, I'm getting heart palpitations here. Before he started, he said he had some prophetic words and he would like to share them. And he said, the lady sitting there in the orange jumper. And I was like, I'm always wearing orange. I was like, it's me. It's me. So I was like, yeah. And he said that he'd had a picture. God had given him a picture for me. And it's going to sound crazy. It was of a reed diffuser. And he said that although people maybe don't see me, I give off a beautiful scent. And people just breathe in this beautiful smell and they don't necessarily know where it comes from. And he spoke about how loved and how precious I was in God's kingdom. And there were just tears running down my face because the specific thing I had asked for. I had prayed and I had earnestly confessed to God. This was like my deep truth. I don't feel loved, I don't feel seen, I don't feel special. And then on that very same day, in front of my actual family, my church family, I was singled out and I was made to feel seen. I was made to feel special and I was loved. I was given this beautiful message. And it was just astounding. I cried the whole night, really. Just in like awe and wonder. So if you're ever in any doubt whether or not God hears your prayers, He does. He really does, and He will answer them. I think this one was answered so quickly because I'd released something, a real pain. I'd released it to the Lord, and I'd said, I need you in this area, and He came through like that. I was blown away by the receiving of that word. It's really changed my perspective on a lot. Those feelings of not being loved, not being seen, they're not true. I am, as are you. You are unbelievably loved. If you would just open your hearts to receive it, this could be you telling a similar story. So, my friends, have a wonderful, blessed day. And I hope you've enjoyed the testimony today.